Hey there, my name is Alex and today I will be teaching you how I built a login system inside of Botpress, just like the one you're seeing in the video, for one of my customers. But before I do that, I will appreciate if you support the channel by leaving a like on this video. And if you don't want to follow the tutorial, that's okay, because in the description I will be leaving the export file for the chatbot, so you can import it inside your own Botpress account and play with it and test it and use it. You're welcome. Okay, so I created a quick chatbot that just takes questions and then it generates answers using AI. And so for the first step, we will have to detect whenever a user wants to log in. And to do that, I will simply use an expression card, and I'm gonna put it right after the question, the raw input card with the question. And in here, I'm going to disable the AI, and I'm going to type workflow.question. So if the question that was asked is equal to login, just like that, we will go on to another node. And this one I'm going to name login attempt. Great, that was the easy step. And I'm going to actually rename this so that we know login detection, just so we know what this card does. Okay, step 2. Now we will have to ask the user for his username and for his password. For that, I will use two raw input cards, just like that. The first one is going to ask for the username. Please type your username, and we are going to store the result inside a variable called username, just like that. And we will do the same for the password. Now please insert your password, and we will do the same for the variable. There you go. And that was step 2. Step 3, now we will have to create the table that will house our accounts, basically. And I'm going to actually rename this table and call it accounts table. And we are going to add another column here and call this username, and another one called password. It's quite obvious what their purpose is. And let's actually add a record, and let's call this one Alex, and that's my name. And this one, for the password, I'm going to type password 1 2 3 4 5, whatever. We can even use uppercase characters, because the system the code I'm going to actually show you next in the next step can detect uppercase characters, and you can have extra security like that. Great. And now the step is not complete yet. Now we need to find the records, and for that we are going to use a find records card. In the table selector, we are going to select our accounts table, and in here, and this is very important, I'm going to type any record, or actually I should type all records, so that we actually filter. Whenever we filter, we find all the records inside the table. If you don't type anything in here, I noticed that it doesn't find any record whatsoever. which is weird because a few weeks ago it worked with nothing in here, but now it seems that I need to type something to make it clear. And the result we are going to store in a variable which I'm going to call found record unfound. No, let's call it accounts found. There you go, just like that. And this is all for step 3. Step 4, and this is the one that might be a little bit complicated for some of you non-coders, but in this one we will have to use a execute code card. And I've actually prepped the code beforehand so that I don't make this tutorial too long. And so this is the code. This is everything you will need in order to make this work. The only thing I forgot to create is this variable. Let me actually go here and let's create a variable, a Boolean type variable. The Boolean variables are the ones that only store yes and no, false or true, or 0 and 1. And this one is going to be called login success. There you go. And now if we go inside the execute code card, everything works. And let me actually remove these debugs. Everything should work perfectly. Inside the export file that you will find in the description, I'm going to actually comment all these lines for you so that you can understand this better and don't have that many questions. Although this is quite some simple code. And now for the final step, step 5, we are going to detect if the login was not successful. If we typed a wrong username or a wrong password, we will want to go back to the beginning and ask the questions and get out of this node. And for that I'm going to use again another expression card and place it right before the execute code. And again, let's disable this. I'm going to put this exclamation mark so that it detects the opposite of the variable, and I'm going to say if workflow dot login success, just like that. That's it. If this one is negative, and by that I mean if it's false, if the login was not successful, we will go back to the beginning. If it was successful, let's actually display a text message. And let's say in here, let's say welcome username. Let's use this one at username. Where is it? Welcome username. Let's actually use some, let's make it bold, let's make it clear that you actually succeeded. And then let's redirect to another node. This is going to be login success. And in here I'm going to add a single choice card. And let's type in here, choose an action. And for the choice, I'm going to say logout. And whenever someone picks the logout button, it will send them back to the start. And of course, in here you can add multiple choices. You can add buttons for whatever systems you might want to add inside your bot. For example, in one of my bots, I added an analytics system that keeps track of all the sessions and all the messages that have been sent by the bot and the user and that sort of stuff. You can add a lot of cool stuff inside of here behind this login system. And now finally, let's actually give it a test and let's make sure that I didn't do something wrong. So let's ask a question. Let's try and be natural here a little bit. How many days are in a month? Okay, it did offer me an answer. And now let's type login. And my username was Alex, but let's actually type Alex and then let's type a wrong password. And it should send me back to the questions. How may I help you? Let's type login again. Let's type my username correctly this time, and also my password. Password 1 2 3 4. Was it even 5? I don't remember. And it worked. That was the password, right? I have a short memory. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that was the password. And as you've seen, it says welcome Alex, and choose an action. And if you select logout, it will obviously get you back from where we started. So if you stuck with me so far, thank you for watching, and if you do found this useful and valuable, please make sure to leave a like and even subscribe to the channel. And if you need further assistance, then please leave a comment down below and I will make sure to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.